And a lot of times there's a lot of fear connected to the subject, or ridicule, or obsession. And that's the subject of the simulation theory. And in short terms, the simulation theory, without asserting anything else, says that the reality that we're living in is not the base or prime reality, but it is rather a illusory or a simulated or a manipulated reality. So, and this goes way back. This doesn't start with the technocratic or technological age here. Hasn't started with the Matrix movies, but it's been definitely popularized by the Matrix movies in a huge way. And before we go into that, in the religious streams, in Hinduism, in Buddhism, in Gnosticism, right? They all, in slightly different ways, tell us that this reality is not what we think it is. Why is this important to us? Why is this becoming an important subject? And what does it tell us about ourselves that we're asking these questions more and more and more? And I want to start with our personal lives, because I think if we examine our lives and our experiences a little closer, we can much better understand why people would even suggest that things are simulated. Now, if you look at someone who, for example, grows up in a big city, but especially the cities that have a newer character, if you will, in the infrastructure and the design and everything, where the technology is already infused in the buildings. A child grows up in a city, and almost everything within those city limits and within that sphere is simulated. Almost all experiences, right? You have a park which is artificially created, and it's supposed to simulate a piece of nature, that a forest or a meadow or something like that, and it's supposed to create the simulated experience of being immersed in nature while you really aren't, right? It's enclosed, it has boundaries, it was artificially created. But for the child that's growing up in the city that doesn't really know anything else, that becomes the reality. That's what life is. That's how life is.